Hello. Today I'd like to show you a couple of things that you can do with the free online Pixlr editor. So often for the web we need to resize an image because its width in pixels is much bigger than we really need. So we want to change the actual pixel dimensions of the image without distorting it in any way. So I'm going to open an image from my own computer. And the first thing I'd like you to notice, in case you're not familiar with image editing software, is that we're seeing this image at 30% of its actual size. And you can see that indicated in the lower left-hand corner of the image window. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that this image is a width and height that's suitable for my web page. So the first thing I need to do to change the size is to open the image menu in Pixlr and click image size. And it shows me what is the current width and height of this image. And I want it for my web page to be 1000 pixels wide. Notice the check mark on constrain proportions. You absolutely must keep that checkbox because it allows you to change just one of the dimensions and the other dimension will automatically change so that the new version of your image is proportional, not stretched or squashed. So at this point we can click OK, and you might think, oh no, my image is much too small now, but in fact, it's still 30%. So you can go down into that box, type 100, press tab, and you'll see that, no, your image is not too small. So now that we have the image in its new size, we need to save it, and we need to take extra care that we do not overwrite the original, because you always want to keep your original in case you need it for something else. So we will go up to the File menu in Pixlr, and we'll click Save, and then we have some options. Now, one of the most important options here is the file format. So any photograph should always be saved in the JPEG format, not one of these other ones. For the web, you're always going to choose either PNG or JPEG from this menu. So if it's a photo, you choose JPEG. The next thing to look at is the quality setting. So you can change this, and as the number goes down, the quality goes down. So the default is 80, which is nice. Sometimes if the image is going to be very large, possibly you'll want to save a version at 60%, but you can usually go with 80. So then you hit OK, and you'll be asked to choose a file name and a location on your computer. Now this is important. Notice by default, it's using the same file name and putting it in the same place as your original. That would overwrite, erase your original with this new one. Don't ever let that happen. So you might want to go to a new location on your computer, such as images, and you might want to name it something indicating perhaps its width, right? Doesn't matter what you name it so much. Keep the file extension no matter what. And if you don't see the file extension like this, come down here on a Mac and uncheck Hide Extension. You want to make sure you're saving it with the appropriate file extension. So now we've got a suitably sized image that we can use on a web page.